Hi everybody, welcome to another render demo how to draw video tutorial. Today I'll be showing you how to draw a car, and for this one we're going to draw the word police on the side. It's going to be a police car. So grab yourself a circle template if you have one. It's a stencil. If you don't, we can freehand this as well, but I'm just going to use this template to start off. So what we're going to do to begin is let's draw our ground line first. So I'm going to use the stencil edge and I'm going to draw the ground line. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick my wheel size. And what we want to do is we want to draw two wheels, obviously, but in between there's going to be 2.5 wheels in between the police car. So what I'm going to do is the first wheel is going to be right here, like this. And then I'm going to remember which circle I picked, right? So I'm going to draw, this is going to be 1. So we can faintly draw this in. So that's going to be 1, 2. You don't have to draw the whole thing in there if you don't want. And then 3. What I'm going to do is see these little tick marks here. These are lined up like this. I'm going to try to get these nice because I want to have half of a wheel here. So I'm going to stop right here because that's going to be the half. So I'm going to have 1, 2 and a half. And right here is I'm going to start the next wheel there. So using that same circle, we're going to go and we're going to use that point right there, the center point there, and we're going to line it up here. We're going to line up the ground line and we're going to draw the rear wheel right there. So we have our front and our rear wheels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and draw the rim sections of the wheel. So I'm going to go to some smaller size. And the other thing that you might want to do to make this easier is these hash marks here, if you kind of line these up and join them together, this one to that one, then you'll get kind of like your center point. And then we'll do the same back here. So we'll kind of line these up together. And then these ones here. And you'll get your center. Okay, that's an easy way to get your center right now. And then let's go and grab a smaller circular size. So I'm going to pick something right around here. And I'm just going to go right in there. I'm going to find the center, kind of line these hash marks like that, and I'll draw a ring there. I'll draw another one here. Again, I'm lining up those, trying to space this equal distance across the sides. Okay, so there you go. There's our wheels. So the next step is we're going to draw the main body of the car. Okay, so I'm going to go off of the ground line somewhere, it's not going to go all the way to the center of our rim. It's going to probably go to like this lower section here, somewhere about there. And what I'll do is I'll draw a line that's parallel to that ground line, like that. Okay, and then we'll kind of show it here and we'll show it over here in front. And these ones here, the rear is going to kick up a little bit, like that. And then we're going to come to right about here. I'm going to raise that up like that. And then in the front, we're going to come up just a little bit, not too long. And then where your top of your wheel is, what we want to do is we want to come a little bit higher, so somewhere around here. And what I'm going to do is draw another parallel line to the ground line. So if our ground line is here, draw a parallel line like this. okay? And then once you come behind the car in the back, right about in where this point is here, we're gonna kind of round that a little bit. This is gonna kind of come down like that. Okay, and then in the front, so we're gonna start around here. We're gonna slope this down to roughly where this line is here, like this. We're gonna come down like that. And then over here, this is gonna have a slight like curve to it, just like that. I'm just gonna go ahead and erase a couple lines, just like that. Okay, so we have our wheels and we have our main body. So from here, I'm gonna go up into the greenhouse. So what I'm gonna do with this is, whatever thickness this is here, we're gonna go roughly about half of that thickness. So this distance here, halfway, we're gonna try to find that height right about here, okay? And what I'm gonna do is, from my center of my wheel, all right, we're gonna draw kind of a line going up at kind of a 45-degree angle. So we're gonna come up like that. And then remember we said about halfway. And then this will go like this. And then we want to have a rear deck lid length. So right about where the rear wheel ends, somewhere about here, is where we can finish off the back of the car. Like that. Okay, so now we have our roof, just like that. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to offset just a little bit, and I'm going to follow my roof. And in the back here, this is going to be a little bit thicker back here than the thickness up in here. So a little bit thicker. And we're going to hook this back towards the front of the car like that. Great. Now we'll do the B pillar. So this one's A, B over here. And roughly not halfway, but a little bit towards the rear. We're going to start right about here. We're going to angle just slightly forward. Okay, something like that. Okay, and we'll mirror that line like that. There we go. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to outline my wheel. Now I want to outline my wheel, but as I get to this position here, we're going to kind of come straight down. Okay, so if you can imagine, we're going to come down like this, and then we're going to follow. And if you want to use your stencil, if you have one, go ahead. If not, you can just kind of freehand it, just like this. And I'm going to do the same here. And let's just go ahead and maybe use the stencil to kind of show you how to do this. So I'm going to pick a circle that's a little bit larger than the one that we did. And I'm going to stop right there. All right, so, and then I'm going to come down from there. Just like that. Okay, the next step, let's add our bumper line, the lower lip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from the bottom of our car, come up just a little bit, okay? And I'm going to draw a line that's parallel. And I'm going to draw the fenders. So we're going to draw a curve that comes up that's greater than this distance here, okay? So something like this. Okay, kind of come up like that. And then this can actually flare, get wider back here. And then this line here, I'm going to almost imaginary line it here, and we're going to follow this upward like that. And this will come and connect. And the same for in the front. We will create a fender line like this. It's kind of following the curve of the wheel opening. It's going to stop right about there. And I stopped up higher because I want to have a larger bumper in the front. So I'm going to come almost like halfway. So where the tire center point of the tire is, we're going to come and we're going to go like this. And I'm going to actually extend this off of the car because our bumpers need to protect the car. So it's going to come off of the front of the car, and it's going to come down. And this lower line is going to extend up a little bit. And that's going to give us our bumper in the front of the car. Now I'm going to add my light shape. Actually, we'll finish this here. So I'm going to add my front headlight. So I'm going to come close to the hood right here. And I'm going to come down and over. So there's our front headlight. And then I'm going to add my tail light in the back, in the rear. So we're going to come up like this, down, and over. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the other side of my wheel, the other wheel on the other side of the car. So this curve here, all right, we're going to just match that, and we're going to come right about here. I'm going to match that, and on this side here, we're going to take this shape here. We're going to come in about here. We're going to match that. Awesome. Okay, next, let's add the cut lines for the doors. So the front of the door, right, it's going to open here. So we're going to have a line from here, and this is going to curve just a little bit and come straight down, okay, to this ledge right here. And we're going to do the same here. So we're going to draw a thin line in the center, and that's going to come straight down like that for the door there. And then we're going to have a door in the back, and we're going to kind of do something like that. So this is going to be a shorter, smaller door here. Let's add some door handles. So we'll just draw these kind of like rounded rectangular shapes, and we can do another one right about there. Awesome. And then we can draw the side view mirror. So we'll draw kind of like a rectangular shape like this, and then we'll add a little piece just underneath it that attaches right to the car, so the mirror kind of hangs off the car. And then this is a police car, so we're going to draw some police lights on top. So right where the B pillar comes, we're going to draw a rectangle like that. That's off of the roof of the car. Okay, and then we'll draw two little shapes on either side that kind of hold the lights up. And then we'll draw another two lines in the middle of that rectangle at the top to kind of split up our lights. Okay, and then we can add some rim details. So I'm just going to do kind of like a 5-spoke rim. So I'm just going to do some lines, just these small rectangular kind of shapes like that. And I'll do the same in the back. So these are 5-star rim design. So if you want to do, 4 or 8 or however many, you can add more if you want. And that is it. So we have our police car drawn in there. Now, if you want to go ahead and draw in the word police, we can do that. So I'll go ahead and do that for you guys. So in between the two fenders, we're going to draw the word police. So now just bear with me. We'll draw a line here and then a line here. Now this is going to be tricky because you don't want to run out of space. Okay, so make sure you have an idea of how many letters there are, right? P-O-L-I-C-E, 6 letters, and make sure we space these correctly. Okay, so draw these in lightly. So I'm going to start right about here. So I'm going to kind of draw a P, and I'm kind of faintly going to draw an O, L, I, and I'm just kind of roughing this in initially because I want to make sure I have enough. And then the E is going to go right there. Okay, so I got a P. Okay, and I'm kind of italicizing my letters, which means they're tilted slightly. So here's my O. I'm going to go ahead and use my ink pen to ink this drawing. So I will speed this up and we'll get back to coloring this in right away. So there you go. There's how to draw a police car or a car in a few simple steps. We ended up coloring it just a simple kind of gray body with blue greenhouse, so the windows, and then we added some red and blue sirens at the top with rear tail light in red. And that's it. Hope you liked it. Subscribe to our channel and don't forget to check out some more cool how to draw videos. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.